So, why is semen retention so important? Well, a few reasons. You got to look at it from a perspective of just humanity, right? So, obviously, why are we here? We're here to reproduce, right? We're here to be born, fuck, make babies, die, and continue the cycle. So, women, obviously, once they hit their 40s, up until, their 50s, they go through their own process, which halts them from being capable of making any more babies, right? Us men, technically, we can bust nuts till the day we die, but there's a limit to that as well. What do I mean by this? Well, all my guys, think back when you were 15 years old, right? All you wanted to do was fuck. You could bust 3, 4, 5 nuts a day, no problem, right? All my guys in their 30s, I'm 35, I can't do that shit. We can't do that shit without without paying the price, essentially, without being completely drained out of energy. Obviously, when I do it more than, let's say, 2-3 times a week, I will feel it, right? Now, if I go on a streak where I haven't had sex or haven't released in about a month, then yeah, I have the capacity to release more in a shorter amount of time. But what I'm saying is, let's say if you're averaging more than once or twice a week as a man in your 30s, you will notice that your energy will be lacking, right? As opposed to when you were younger, you had more. Why is that? Because as we get older, we take longer to regenerate. So that's everything, right? That's with your muscles, your joints if you're injured, right? So when you worked out when you were 20 years old, you could recover in a day. I mean, you could work out 6-7 days a week, no problem. Once you get to your 30s, you got to give yourself a little bit of rest just to have more energy to come back. So the word is regeneration, right? Anything in the human body, in the physical, takes longer to regenerate. If you have a cut in your skin, it takes longer to regenerate. It takes longer to heal. So with that being said, what's really going on is that regeneration takes longer. That's really what aging is. So regeneration takes longer, which is why, sorry, I'm driving and making this video at the same time as usual. So life and aging is just a process of the speed of regeneration. So that's really the only difference between youth and somebody who's older, right? And I can only imagine once I get older that it's going to slow down even more. But basically, the importance of retention is because that's the essential thing that's going to give you that youth hormone, that youth energy. Because if you hold it within you, you will be more vital. Let's say you're a 40-year-old guy. If you haven't released in a month, you will have more vitality and energy than the 22-year-old who releases every day or every other day. Because your cycle for your age will be a lot more replenished than that guy who's much younger. Retaining your seed heals your central nervous system. Your semen contains consciousness. Your semen is part of your spinal fluid that circulates throughout your body into your brain. If you ever bust way too many nuts in a short amount of time, you're not there cognitively. Your brain doesn't work as clearly. You have brain fog. Everything. Your body doesn't recover as quickly. You're tired. You need more sleep. All of these things play a role because it's our vital life force.
Power off.
Now, going back to my initial point in terms of regeneration, the older we get, the longer it takes for us to replenish, obviously. There's a guy on YouTube that I discovered, Asian guy, his name's Mantak Chia, and he talks about the cycles of how often a man should release depending on his age. So in your 20s, it's every 4 days. In your 30s, it's about once a week. In your 40s, it's about once every 2 weeks. In your 50s, it's like once every 3 weeks. In your 60s and up, it should only be like once a month, right? And now these are optimal levels if you want to live the optimal life with the optimal amount of energy and vitality. So you're thinking, you're 35 years old, you're thinking once a week. Let's say you're in your 40s, you're thinking once every 2 weeks. Well, that's the thing. That's why we get tired as we get older. That's why we think we have less energy. That's why we associate less energy, less vitality with aging. Because we still have the habits that we had in our 20s. Having sex multiple times a week, right? Releasing multiple times a week. That's the key. Mantak Chia teaches us you can have sex as many times as you want, but practice sexual yoga, practice retaining your seed, practice releasing only once a week, once every other week. And this takes the like utmost amount of discipline, right? Myself, I've been doing it for 3 years. Longer than that, 5 years now. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when, you can have sexual relations with a woman, have sex with a woman and not release, right? Because your main thing is you want to pleasure her. You want to give her a good time. And it empowers you, right? Because we all know that as men, we love it when we pleasure a woman. It gives us a sense of worth. It gives us our ego. It gives us confidence. So imagine doing that and then not releasing. So holding on to your vital essence, your life force. Imagine the level of confidence you'll have then. Imagine the level of just life, energy, vitality you will have. I'm telling you, like, it'll change your fucking life. Money can buy anything. Think about it. There's one thing money can't buy. Money can't buy the energy, the spiritual ascendance, the highest level of consciousness that you attain through retaining long term. Money can buy anything. Money can even buy love. Think about it. Money can buy you fake love. If you really, really were short on love and you needed some fucking love, go to the strip club, drop a few bands, you'll have your fucking love. It won't be real love, but it will be some kind of love, right? You can pay for pussy, you can pay for company, you can pay for people to pretend to like you. If you were just a piece of shit guy and you had money, you can still do that. One thing you can't pay for is your essence, man, your life force, and this only comes through discipline. So to all my guys who are thinking about this journey, I've been practicing this shit for 6 years, man. If I really go back to the first time I went, I did NoFap. I did that thing for 6 months straight. I was still having sex, but I was only having sex like once or twice a week, right? And it changed my life. I mean, it propelled me to where I am today, right? It made me decide to go into the career field that I went into, which opened up a lot more doors. And, I've been making a lot of money. I mean, considering where I came from, making $10,000, $20,000 a month now is a huge step where I came from, right? But that's neither here nor there. That doesn't matter. It's not about me. Like, this is more about just finding where you are currently in life and propelling that to the next level. And I'm telling you guys, this retention journey, it's the one key, man, that's going to get you there, because it's the perfect challenge if you're looking for it, right? It's the most disciplined a man can be sexually. So I wish you guys best of luck, man. If you have any questions, let me know, man. I'm here to help.